Hola guys, happy Sunday. Oh man, I sound tired. I am all chapped and crusty. How are y'all? I know these, for those of you that know, go in the back, but I like them up top. Just thought I'd clarify in case any of you guys own these and y'all are like, those flowers are supposed to go in the back. I like them in the front. But anywho, how are y'all? I am exhausted. I'm exhausted. I've had a rough 2 days after my treatment on Friday. The last 2 treatments, and it may be weather related as well because it's been damp and cold right on the days of chemo. So it could be just a combination of everything, but the last 2 weeks have been really bad on me. Tengo las manos todas mugrosas. My hands are filthy. And I just touched my face. But anywho, I woke up this morning around 8:30, starving. You guys, I haven't had an appetite since Friday. I ate half a bagel and cream cheese Friday morning before treatment, so I could take my meds, and then got super nauseous, had a horrible stomach ache, and was not hungry all Friday, was not hungry all Saturday. Little dude is with his dad, which is good because I don't have to force myself to cook or anything like that. Been really tired, sleeping a lot, just not hungry, like nothing was appetizing. And then I have to eat because of my diabetic medication. So I was craving mashed potatoes, and I made some mashed potatoes and like 2 spoons, and literally 2 spoons in, I was like, you'd have thought I'd eaten a plate full of food. I was full and very uncomfortable. But I slept a lot in between aches and pains, and my muscles and my bones hurt. So bad that I've had to take muscle relaxers, so I end up sleeping. So I woke up this morning around 8:30, and I'm like, ooh, I got up in enough time to work up an appetite, and be able to get online for church. And I got up and puttered around a little bit, and then all of a sudden the hunger hit me, guys. I was starving. I was like, yes, finally. Oh my gosh, I'm craving tamales. I'm Mexican. It's in our blood. As soon as it gets cold, you want menudo, you want tamales, you want pozole, you want caldo. At least this Mexican do. And I was craving tamales, but my favorite tamale shop is closed for renovations. So I gave myself enough time to run across the street and get a small menudo. There ain't no such thing as a small menudo. A small menudo is this big, okay? So I got a small menudo, and then I got 3 chicken tamales and 3 pork tamales. Never having tasted them from across the street, but my eyes were bigger than my stomach, okay? But I was just so happy that I was actually hungry, and I had been craving these things, so I was gonna treat myself. So I go ahead and get the food, and I come in and I get it all set up and prepped and log online for church. They didn't stream online today. I hope everything is okay. I hope the pastors are okay. I hope nothing happened. I sent a few messages just to check. I haven't gotten any response yet. I hope everyone is okay. And what's funny, guys, I promise y'all, I told myself last night, if you wake up feeling better, because I knew I was going to sleep like a log on that muscle relaxer. If you wake up feeling better, just go to church. Just go to church. And I'm glad I didn't. I mean, I didn't really. My body still hurts. Don't get me wrong, my body still hurts. But I'm glad I didn't because they weren't streaming. I hope everything is okay. But anywho, I finished eating, and my stomach handled it. Of all things to put in your belly when you have stomach issues after 2 days of not eating, menudo and tamales, probably not the smartest thing, but it's almost 4 o'clock and I was eating around 11. I'm okay, so that's good. But then I'm sick of being in the house. My emotions are all over the place. And I know that is due to the chemo. I know it messes with your emotions, and I have been a basket case since Friday. I was mean to one of my coworkers. In my defense, she is being, in my defense and in hers, okay, so in her defense, because we don't really have any real training or controller management in that department, she is all about getting the work done. So she sees that responsibilities aren't being delegated the way they should, or as efficiently as they should, and she has the good mindset for managerial positions. You can tell just the way she likes to handle work. So in her defense, she is just trying to do the best for the department, because we're basically floating in open water. Okay, we're basically on our own. And because me and the other man who started not too long ago don't really have training on inboxes and staff messages, she decided that she was just going to take the reins and train us, which we don't mind, because we need to know how to do this stuff. But she asked where I was on the inbox and the staff messages, and I don't know where, guys. It came out. I'm like, well, I did some this morning, but I haven't gone back in this afternoon because I have other shit to do. And as it came out of my mouth, she looks at me like, no, you didn't. And I immediately felt like crying. Honey, that ain't me. If I cuss at you and I know I'm wrong, I'll apologize. But I've never felt like crying, even if I'm wrong. Does that make sense? All of a sudden, I just felt like the most horrible person in the world. And I apologized to her. And I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean, to be nasty to you. I hope I was mean to you. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. I'm like, I'm stressed out because of the situation in the department, that she is having to take on the responsibility that she shouldn't have to, but she's taking on the responsibility. And then at that moment, when she asked where I was on the inbox and staff message, I was a little irked. Because I'm like, you ain't even the boss. This is what I'm thinking. You ain't even the boss. You ain't even the manager. But I know why she's doing it. Somebody needs to do it. So I'm not angry at her. I was just a little irked because the phones are crazy. The phones are ringing. And it just came out. And then I felt so bad. And she said, girl, I'm tough. She goes, you didn't hurt my feelings. And this is the lady whose sister passed from breast cancer. And a few minutes later, I'm telling you guys, I want to cry. She's already accepted my apology. She's blown it off. She's like, girl, I'm just tougher than that. You didn't hurt my feelings. But I am feeling some kind of way. I'm feeling so friggin' bad, like the worst person on the planet. Like, all this lady has done is be nice to me from the minute I got in there, and all she's trying to do is help us and train us, and I was just so mean to her. Oh my gosh, you guys, I want to cry now. I felt so bad. And then a few minutes later, she leans back and she goes, are you more stressed because of the situation in the department, or do you think it's because of your treatments? And I knew immediately it's because of my treatments. I know it is. I'm telling you, my emotions are everywhere. I said, it's my treatments. I said, I go from heartbroken to angry to petrified. It's just all these emotions, just one after the other. I said, like with you just now, I was snippy with you, and then immediately I wanted to cry. I said, it's out of hand. And she shakes her head, and I remembered, she knows. The reason she asked is because she saw her sister go through it, and she gets it. So I think she just wanted to clarify, or at least maybe in her kind of way, let me know, girl, I know why you're tripping. Okay, it's the treatments, been there, done that, saw it with my sister, kind of thing. At least I think that's what it was. It was her way of saying, relax. Okay, I get it. So that was that. And then yesterday, after little dude left, when the sun starts to go down and I'm in the house by myself, I've never liked it, but I've never been scared before, uneasy. I'm terrified of being alone. I'm terrified of being alone since I'm just on edge. I feel very, very exposed in the living room because it's the most open room in the house, and I know I'm in the house by myself and my blinds are closed and the doors are locked, but I feel so exposed, like so vulnerable, so spooked. So I had to shake that off, and I put on something funny to watch, and I made myself some hot chocolate with marshmallows, and I was just very uncomfortable. I was emotionally paranoid. My body was killing me, and the hot chocolate didn't sit well. So I ended up going to bed. I think it was like 10 o'clock. I couldn't stand the body aches anymore, so I popped my muscle relaxer, and last time I looked, I think it was like 9:49, and then I woke up at 9 something this morning. So 12 hours. But I got up, and after, I realized church isn't streaming, I came outside. I was just gonna do a little bit out here, guys. I was just gonna do a little bit, and didn't turn out that way. So I've decorated this mega fence, and I'm going to actually, I have a little bit of energy left. I want to find a piece of wood to make a shelf on top of here, and then I can, during the spring and summer, put my extra spider plants on top because they did so well right here. I need to bleach these macrame thingies because they're filthy. But I'm going to go ahead and leave these little lights here to illuminate at night. There's my last thrifted metal scrolly goodness from the bins. My Native American indigenous. Look away, I'm about to show where I put my owls. Okay guys, I'll tell y'all when it's safe to look. I put those here. I'm also going to put solar lights in there. I thought they looked cute there. And I just kind of... Okay, you can look again. Put anything that had fallen down back up on the fence. I need to take the cushions in the garage, but they fell over just now. I have many piles of leaves that need to be bagged up. I haven't even begun to rake the center right here because there's leaves and mulch all mixed up, but a lot of stuff has fallen down with storms, with critters, the neighbor redoing the fence, so it's a mess. Is it ever really complete out here? I don't know. Y'all remember these little bushes that were flowering, these lovely purple little flowers? I found them on clearance somewhere. Well, I couldn't bring them in, they were too heavy, hoping they were frost tolerant, but apparently they weren't. So there's a whole lot of deadness. So I'm gonna cut back the dead and let nature take its course. And speaking of nature taking its course, y'all remember my mountain mint? I'd all but given up on it. I didn't take it in because it was looking crusty, dusty, and funky. And just now as I was out here, I was going to go ahead and put it in the let's see if it'll survive pile. But I went to looking closer, and at first I thought these were weeds. But just like all hardy mint, it's still growing. It's brand new growth. So I'm going to cut back the raggedy, scraggly, and spent. And I'll cover this one. I think I'm going to move this over with its mint friend over there, since they're in the same family, and I can cover both when the next bitter spell comes. You guys, I came out here to just decorate the fence and clean off the table. Okay, fine. So I decided I'm going to take the cushions in the garage. Then the leaves started getting on my nerves, so I ended up raking up leaves, but said, no, you're going to get too tired. Just leave this area alone. Don't rake the leaves. But then I came over here and thought, you know what? Let me see what's dying, dead, or not going to survive this next cold snap. Let me go ahead and move the Nothing grew. Will it survive? Start over next spring pots. So I did that. That's all here. This is all this. But once the space was bare, I realized it's covered in leaves too. You can't even see the little stones that I had my pots on. So I raked all that up, which made that pile bigger. So now I'm going to put back the few struggling little plants, this jalapeno and that bell. I'm going to put them back here. That still leaves me with all this chaos I created. It's just like when I'm inside. I start off in one room, don't finish, start off, get distracted with something else, don't finish, and before I know it, I have this. And I haven't even started raking back here. I clipped off the 4 little tomatoes that were trying to grow. I wanted to rotate these. I really want to rake back here, but I won't for 2 reasons. One, my back is killing me. I'm super tired and my chest is pounding. My heart's pounding in my chest. But one of the main reasons, honestly, is y'all see that purple heart right there? Throughout the season, I was just tossing clippings back here because since I don't have any grass back here, I thought some kind of greenery would be nice, and they are taking off. So this spring, I'm going to have purple heart in here and purple heart along here, which I think is going to be awesome. So I'm just going to leave the leaves here to cushion them and keep them warm. But I think I need to go in because I'm really pushing it. Okay, I lied, and most of all knew I was lying. I had to rake up some of the leaves, so now I have that. And I honestly did mean to mulch over my purple heart, and I kind of annihilated them. I feel terrible, but not really, because these are hardy. As long as there's a root in the ground, they're going to come back. But yeah, they ended up in the friggin' leaf pile. I feel so bad. But I need to go in. Guys. So here it is, about 4 o'clock, and I am sitting here with pins and needles in my feet and my hands, which is so nerve-wracking. And I mentioned it to the nurse yesterday, who was going to mention it to my doctor, that the neuropathy is getting worse and the meds ain't really doing nothing. So I should be getting a call tomorrow, Monday, in regards to whether he's going to call me in something or if I need to go see him. I don't know, but it's so nerve-wracking. You guys, there are days where I don't know how I am standing on my 2 feet because they're completely numb. It's the weirdest friggin' thing. How am I standing on these feet when I don't feel them? It's the strangest thing. And then when I was in the back hammering things, I kept dropping nails. I couldn't hold the hammer really well. All these filthy nails. It's really annoying. It's very irksome. But the girl I was mean to is the one who gave me the bag full of these. Anywho, I'm sorry, I was distracted by the flowers on my head. Yeah, poison yourself, Mel. Go on and bacterialize your tender self. I washed my hands, but there's still ick on my nails and stuff. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. But I was glad that I had the energy to be back here and do some of that. But like usual, I pushed myself too friggin' far, and now my lower back is really stiff. My lower back is super stiff. My hands and my feet are tingly, and I still gotta go to Walmart. Guys. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump in here, freshen up, scrub my nails real quick, and run over to Walmart. Get little dudes milks. Hopefully they have them, because they haven't had them. And I don't feel like going to Target. I don't feel like self-checkout, okay? And our Target is all self-checkout. But while I have a little bit of pep in my step, and while there's still some daylight, at least the sun came out. It was gray and dreary all day. Well, I still have a little energy in me. I'm gonna run off to Walmart and get what I gotta get. But I wanted to come on and say hi. I'm actually, when I get home, gonna do the haul for a video I started on Monday, I think. I'm all backwards, guys. I started that video and then never got around to doing the haul, and then Sunday rolled around and now I'm doing this. So y'all are probably gonna get a twofer if y'all haven't already seen the other one. I try and put them in order, so you've probably already seen the one from Monday, and now this might make more sense what I'm telling y'all. I don't know, but if I come across anything interesting at Walmart, I'll show y'all. Or if I buy anything interesting, which I doubt. I'm going in there honestly for his milks. That's it. I'm tired, but I wanted to come in and check in because some of you guys were checking on me on Facebook. I'm okay, guys. It's just been a rough 2 weeks, but I'm good. I'm just going through the chemo thing, y'all. But thanks for checking on me, and don't worry, I don't want y'all to worry about me, guys. Makes me sad to think that y'all are worried. I appreciate it, but I don't want y'all worried. Am I making sense? Anyhow, but until my next go around, let me show y'all something. Look at this sad little avocado plant. I brought it in to keep it from freezing, and it did not like being inside. It's all wilty and weird. And then y'all remember the Majesty palm that my friend left at my front door? I knew it wasn't gonna last. My poor baby. But anywho, I'm gonna go on ahead and change my clothes and freshen up, and until my next go around, guys, I love y'all bunches. Bye. Look at this beautiful paper. Black might not be to everyone's taste, but I think it's gorgeous.